This is actually a great play. So we're going to exile that. Flip this over, and we're going to give this indestructible until our next turn. And now, even with their Ultima, we got 2 indestructible creatures. So, not too bad. This card is insane. What's going on, YouTube? Achilles here, and today I put together a Selesnya Legends deck. With the Final Fantasy set out, cards like Serah Farron are really interesting, because this card says, the first legendary creature spell you cast each turn costs 2 less to cast. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control 2 or more other legendary creatures, you may transform Serah Farron. And on the Crystallized Serah side, it's a legendary artifact that says the first legendary creature spell you cast each turn costs 2 less to cast, and legendary creatures you control get +2/+2. So this card itself is really interesting to build around, because in Standard currently there are a lot of really good legendary creatures, as you can see. And another new card from Final Fantasy is Venat, Heart of Hydaelyn. And this card is our draw engine for the deck, because we're going to play a full play set. Whenever you cast a legendary spell, draw a card. This ability triggers only once per turn. And the Hero's Sundering ability is pretty relevant, because it's a form of removal, and then you flip it over into Hydaelyn, the Mother Crystal, and that card's indestructible, so it's pretty interesting. And the rest of the deck is all the powerful legendary creatures between white and green, and we play some forms of removal in between, but this deck tries to play some creatures that cost 4 or more, in the sense that the Serah Farron could discount it. So if it is only requiring a plain and a forest, you're discounting the 2, so this 4-drop could be a 2-drop. So we try to curve out, go Llanowar Elves, Torgal, and just bring out plenty of creatures to overwhelm the opponent. So let's get right into this list. We got 1 Authority of the Consuls, 1 Basri Tomorrow's Champion, 1 Skrelv Defector Mite, 1 Zack Fair, 4 Llanowar Elves, 1 Bahamut, 4 Get Lost, 1 Kellan, Daring Traveler, 1 Bristly Bill, Spine Sower, 3 Torgal, A Fine Hound, 1 Split Up, 4 Venat, Heart of Hydaelyn, 1 Animist Mite, 1 Surrak, Elusive Hunter, 1 Kutzil, Malamet, Exemplar, 3 Serah Farron, 1 Dion, Bahamut's Dominant, 1 Beza, the Bounding Spring, 1 Rip, Spawn Hunter, 1 Selvala, Eager Trailblazer, 1 Sigarda, Font of Blessings, 1 Ojer, Kaslem, Deepest Growth, and for the lands we got 4 Plains, 3 Forest, 2 Brushland, 4 Hushwood Verge, 4 Razorverge Thicket, 4 Restless Prairie, and 4 Plaza of Heroes. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and if you're new here, just know I have new videos coming out every day, and if you want to become a member, you can get early access to videos. Let's get right into these games. Opponent's going first. So now you might be wondering, do we commit to Basri to do some damage early on, or go for the Llanowar Elves? I personally think the only problem is we don't have any more white sources for that. You know what? I don't see the Llanowar Elves helping me right now. Yeah, they're playing a unit deck too, so we really got to draw this other plane. There we go. That is really good, actually. So go for the swing. And now we could go into the Venat. But we need some legendary creatures in order to get some draw power. And the Llanowar Elves, unfortunately, isn't a legendary creature. That is not what we are looking for, but I mean, at least we don't take the one off the land itself. Got to set up for greatness. We just gotta hope that we can find a legendary creature next turn, which there is plenty of them in our deck. Okay, this is actually really good for us. Gonna draw our card right now. It's really good. Cat Warrior is definitely not a human. Just reading the modem ability. Got the Ultima on top of their deck. That's just wonderful. What could we do? This is actually a great play. So we're going to exile that. Flip this over, and we're going to give this indestructible until our next turn. And now, even with their Ultima, we got 2 indestructible creatures, so not too bad. This card is insane. I'll play the Serah Farron. It loses that other ability though to whatchamacallit, draw the card, so you would need another one. But even with that, it's just too much for them. Okay, we get to go first. We just need some early creatures, and if not, they get lost. Will just be our turn 2 play if there's even anything to hit. Depends on what they're playing, of course. But after we go for the Venat, we won't have anything for turn 4, but thankfully we draw Torgal, a fine Hound. And it is not only a legendary creature, but it adds 1 mana of any color. So you can't go wrong with that. Well, there goes our Venat, but at the same time, we could just use Get Lost on the Deep Cavern Bat to get rid of it. But I do believe they will get rid of Venat, yep. Sure will. Just in case, if they have a counter, I am going to do this now. I don't know what kind of deck they're playing. And if they have like a Spell Pierce or something, that would be devastating for me. So I am going to definitely keep my Venat in my hand. And if they want to commit back to getting rid of that with another Deep Cavern Bat, so be it. But I think that's the move. Whenever I see blue and you have Spell Pierce and whatnot to deal with, you just gotta take some chances, especially if it's early in the game. Voice Victory, okay. Interesting. I think the Ojer Kaslem might be better to go for instead of Venat, since we have the mana to go for it. They're playing a Dimir mid-range deck, that just gives it away. Let's go right into our buddy over here. My guess is they have a Kaido that they're going to use on one of those, which is totally fine, honestly, if they want to go that route. Because we could just use the Get Lost and kind of ignore the Kaido.
Make victory that much sweeter. Press the attack.
Alright, let's see. What is the move? Well, we could easily just swing at the Kaido and not have to waste the Get Lost, which is nice. I'm going to go for the Venat. And we could try to set up for the flip on it next turn, which will be devastating for them. Because I don't think they'll have a way to get rid of it if that's the case. Having something with Indestructible, I mean, they could probably tap it down. If they're playing Flood Pit Drowner, they could give it the counter and then bring it back in. But Indestructible against the Dimir mid-range deck is pretty good for the most part. What is this deck they're playing? It's some kind of crazy hybrid of Dimir mid-range. So now we're going to go for the flip. Now let's see how they answer these two indestructible creatures we got right now. MVP of the deck right here. So now I'm just going to go for the swing. And the best part is if they try to target it, we have Plaza of Heroes. Alright, we get to go first, and this is really nice. We could discount a lot of cards in her hand. And it all starts with Torgal. You know what? Oh, I thought you'd have to use it for the mana. That's funny. Like I could have went for the swing. I thought you have to use it as the mana. Okay. That makes sense, though. Well, let's see now. This is the first deck I tried this guy out in, but I'm not going to lie, this card is really cool. Especially if you have a lot of humans in your deck, so. So now the best part, the Serah Farron will flip over for us. Go for the swing. Day of Judgment? Yeah, you already know. I think we need to start drawing cards. Next. That's one way to do it. We still are putting pressure on them, though. But the longer the game goes on, the more it will go in our opponent's favor with that deck that they're playing, so. I'm gonna try something. Let's see if this resolves. I should go for Venat, you might be wondering, but the whole idea is just going another route. I'm trying to go for a game right now. I mean, they would have to use their Restless Anchorage to survive, but they have a full hand, so who knows what they're going to do. That's a flanker. I'm down to 5, so that means a board wipe is coming. You just know. Yep. I'm just gonna have to do this. As much as I want to go for Rip, I feel the Venat will just give us more value in the long run. That's fair. We still get the draw. Nice. But will the attack go through? No, it will not. Looks like we're going to have to beat him down with Llanowar Elves for the game. Oh my god. The temporary lockdown on the one card. What a play. But sometimes stuff like that is necessary. Just in case if they have another no moralize, at least we could pay the 3. And our 1 creature will become 2. Sure. The best part is that it made a knight, so... Oh my, they do it again. They only have 1 card in their hand, though, so that's fine with me. But that Fountain Port will be a problem. Is it a counter? No, they don't have a counter. They're going to go down to 4? They sure are. That'll help them out quite a bit. Okay, I'll definitely use these map tokens to my advantage. Let's see, actually. We might be able to win right now if everything works out. Well, no, we won't be able to, but we could play that tapped at least now. That is a creature. I'm going to take it. I had the card. This one's going to drag out. I could already see it. Go for the swing. That's fair. Absorbs the damage. So now we go Plaza of Heroes. We play the Basri. And we have Get Lost for the Restless Anchorage if it ever comes up. Hopefully it will. That's a move. I feel like I need to find something else instead of this guy. Well, maybe not that card, but I won't draw land this time. Oh my goodness, I draw another land. I was like, hopefully I won't draw another land right now, right? Okay, so let's do this. And now we swing potentially for 3. They draw a card with Fountain Port, yep. Alright, so do they find a way to deal with my card? Well, they could just go Restless Anchorage to block, so technically they could go that route. So wait, I have 4, 5, 7, 10 mana. I'm gonna go for Venat. I can't flip it over. Whoops. Oh, because you have to tap it. I see. That's fair. We need to find something else. Because with that Hornlock Whale, it's not going to be good. We need to find some creatures to gain some momentum with their own deck. So drawing the land would just literally... Well, at the same time, we just use the Venat and play the land. Because I wasn't thinking about that, but... 3, 5, 7... We have 10 mana right now. As long as they don't get rid of Venat, we should be okay. Famous last words for us. And it looks like we still keep it. Now I could flip this over. Or I could just draw a card and then have protection. But then I could get rid of that, technically, so... You know what? We'll pay the ward, too. It's risky. They could just use a Get Lost or something, then it's over, but... I want to do it this way because... At least with this, we have an indestructible body. And yeah, I mean, sure, they could use a bunch of stuff, but... So they are playing stuff like the River Regent and whatnot, but... I think this is right. The longer the game goes on, the more it's going to go in their favor. They have a full hand, so... Some map tokens for free now. Let's go for Ojer now. And we'll get the draw now. So this is where I'm not going to do much. I'm just going to pass, because the whole mindset is now we have Plaza of Heroes online where we could just protect our cards because they have indestructible, but now we could give them hexproof, and next turn we will hopefully just push past whatever they throw at us. Because if the Ojer could stick, that has trample. Okay, that is a Jace. So if they have 2 Jaces, it is more than likely over for us. Go for the -3 though, that's very interesting. That is okay. Maybe they're trying to see if they could bait out the hexproof. But now we could play this, and then our opponent's definitely going to have to do something. Because they can't cast spells during our turn, so this might be really good for us. And it resolves, which is very nice. I think we just have to swing at our opponent. We don't have a choice. Interesting. So they block the full amount of damage. I think we just have to pass like that. I could have went for the Kellan, but I don't want to deal with another board wipe. Potentially, of course. I mean, maybe I should have went for the Kellan, but... Okay, so this is good now. So they're going to play that. They're going to target both. Going to give the Ojer indestructible. So everything is going to work out just great now because we... Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that that's to wait a turn for the flip. But that just means we have to pump this up a little bit more. It's a good card. So technically, this should be game because they take 2 and then they'll take 3. So it's 5 damage. That was crazy. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Tell me what you think of the deck in the comments section down below. Please like the video and subscribe if you have not already. And if you're new here, just know I have new videos coming out every day. Hope everyone has a great day. Take care.